What's going on, everybody? This is Tom from Lagland News, and today we're going to be going over an article written by GameRant about how Epic Game Stores is removing a game from players' libraries. Now, if any of you have heard about the legal situation going on with the game called Dark and Darker, then you'll probably know what I'm referring to. Apparently, the producers of Dark and Darker, they ended up abusing copyrights on another gaming company, Nexon. Epic Game Store will reportedly remove Dark and Darker from gamers' libraries on November 1st. It's rare for platforms to remove. Apparently, it's actually really rare for platforms like Epic Games, Steam, and all the other ones to remove games from their platform. But apparently, this one actually is quite detrimental. Now, Dark and Darker was actually released back in 2023. It's an extraction-based multiplayer first-person dungeon crawler RPG. The title, which is set in a dark fantasy world and has different classes, 10 of them to be exact, has been the center of a legal battle recently. In a lawsuit, Nexon, aimed at Darker and Darker, the publisher accused the developer Iron Mace of copyright infringement due to illegally using Nexon's assets in the game. That's quite interesting, to say the least. Let's keep on reading. In recent developments to the case, the courts made Iron Mace pay around $5.7 million in damages to Nexon for infringing on the company's trade secrets while dismissing the copyright claims. This happens because the developers allegedly used assets from the game called P3, which was never released, and therefore not subject to copyright infringement claims. Now, to me, that sounds like that Iron Mace should have been well within their legal right to utilize that since the game was never released, but I guess Nexon already had claims upon that. But I could be wrong. I don't know anything about legal ramifications within utilizing, uh, intellectual property within video games and such. I've never done that before. And so I find it relatively interesting that they're going to completely just remove the games off their platforms, which I guess makes sense. You don't want to actually be affiliated with that in the slightest. So the best way to not be affiliated is just completely distance yourself and to scrap the game from you guys' platform. It makes sense. It makes sense. It just sucks for everybody who ended up spending money on the game and then buying it, who actually put the time and effort into it. That's one of those issues where it's like when you play a game for so many years, like all those MMOs that ended up just shutting down their servers and their fan bases there at the very last time, like Halo 3, 2, and just a lot of other games. So, as it turns out, gamers have actually ended up receiving emails from the Epic's Game Store warning that due to the court decision between Nexon and Iron Mace, Dark and Darker will be removed from players' libraries on November 1st of 2025. After this date, gamers will not be able to play the title. Also effective immediately, gamers will no longer be able to purchase redstone shards or legendary status upgrades for the game via the Epic Games Store. Anyone who purchased a legendary status upgrade will get a full refund using the original payment method, or if impossible to do so, receive payment via their Epic account balance. So it's a shame, Can't buy red shards or legendary status upgrades. And here is the email that they ended up sending people. Let's see if this works. Okay. Epic Games says to people, "Hello there. We removed Dark and Darker from sale on Epic Games Store on March 5th in consideration of a court decision in Korea between Nexon and the game's publisher Iron Mace. On November 1st, 2025, we will be removing Dark and Darker from your library, at which point it will no longer be playable via the Epic Games Store. Effective immediately, players can no longer purchase redstone shards or legendary status upgrades via the Epic Games Store. Players can continue to use the redstone shards that they have previously purchased until November 1st of this year. We will issue a refund to all players who have purchased a legendary status upgrade. Refunds will be issued to the player's original payment method, and where that's not possible, players will receive a refund to their Epic account balance. We are unable to provide refunds on redstone shards. Womp womp. If you have not received a refund by July 1st, please contact player support. Thank you, the Epic Games Store team. It looks like, man, they are going all out with this one. It looks like that other game libraries, such as Steam, also took the game off of their platform sales. So it looks like that probably around the same time, I think it might be safe to assume that Steam will also be getting rid of the game in people's libraries. I think that's quite depressing, not gonna lie. If I actually put that much time into a game and they automatically just said, hey, we're scrapping this completely, you're never gonna be able to play this again, I'd be quite depressed. But, you know, Iron Mace should have been a little bit more intelligent with their decisions and what they ended up utilizing from Nexon. I'm not saying that I know any better or that I would have done anything different. I don't know. But this is definitely going to happen. It's currently in the works. And for all of you Dark and Darker fans, that sucks. That will be happening. So all you can do for right now is enjoy the game while you can. Put as much time as you want to do it. Record some videos if you ever want to look back on your times in the game. And yeah, wait for those refunds to roll out by July 1st. This is Tom with Lagline News. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.